Hi everyone, welcome back to English Story. Today, we're diving into an exciting question. Can you really speak English fluently in just 5 months? Spoiler alert, yes, you absolutely can. In this lesson, I'll guide you step by step on how to achieve this goal. By the end, you'll understand what fluency truly means, the strategies to reach it, and how to make the most of your time while maintaining high-quality practice. We'll also debunk some common myths about language learning and explore the most effective techniques to ensure your success. What does fluency mean? Before diving into how to become fluent, let's clarify what fluency actually is. Many people think fluency means speaking English perfectly, like a native speaker, but that's not accurate. Fluency doesn't require perfection. Instead, it's about being able to communicate easily and effectively without pausing too much. Think of a river flowing smoothly. It's what fluency feels like. Your words flow naturally, and you don't have to pause frequently to think about what to say. Fluency in English involves 1. Effortless communication, speaking in a way that feels natural and fluid. 2. Confidence and ease, expressing yourself comfortably, even if you make occasional mistakes. 3. Everyday conversational skills, holding discussions on common topics like daily routines, directions, or hobbies. It's crucial to remember that fluency is not the same as perfection. Even native speakers make occasional errors. The ultimate goal of fluency is communication. If you can clearly express your ideas and understand others, you're already fluent, even if your grammar isn't perfect or your vocabulary isn't exhaustive. So, let's focus on natural and effective communication, not perfection. Can you achieve fluency in 5 months? Now that we understand fluency, let's explore how you can reach this goal in just 5 months. You might ask, is that realistic? The answer is absolutely yes. But it requires focused effort, strong commitment, and the right learning strategies. Breaking a common misconception: fluency doesn't depend solely on how long you've been learning English. It's not about the number of months or years, it's about how effectively you use your time. For example, a person studying English for 2 hours daily over 5 months can become fluent faster than someone practicing sporadically for 5 years. All about combining consistent practice with high-quality learning techniques. The right amount of practice. To achieve fluency in 5 months, you'll need to dedicate a significant amount of time to learning and practicing English. But how much time exactly? A practical benchmark is 600 hours of focused practice over 5 months. That might sound like a lot, but let's break it down. 600 hours equals 20 hours per week equals about 3 to 4 hours a day. While this may seem overwhelming, the key is to divide your practice into smaller, manageable sessions throughout your day. Here's how you can structure your time. Morning. Spend 1 hour listening to an English podcast during breakfast, lunchtime. Take 30 minutes to review new vocabulary or read an article in English. Evening. Watch a 45-minute English TV show or YouTube video, focusing on the conversations. Practice speaking. Dedicate 45 minutes to speaking English. Talk to yourself, practice with friends, or find an online language partner. By splitting your practice into smaller chunks, you'll avoid burnout and make language learning feel like a natural part of your day. Quality over quantity. Maximizing your learning efficiency. How you spend your learning time is just as important, if not more so, than how much time you spend. You could spend 5 hours passively listening to English without focus and make little progress. Or, you could spend just one focused, engaged hour practicing specific skills and see much better results. How to improve the quality of your learning. 1. Focused practice. Don't just listen passively, actively engage with what you hear, analyze sentence structures, pay attention to pronunciation, and repeat key phrases aloud. 2. Comprehensible input. Study materials that match your level. They should be challenging enough to push you forward, but not so difficult that they leave you frustrated. You understand only 10% of what you're listening to. It's too hard. Aim for materials where you comprehend about 70–80%. 3. Speaking practice. Speaking is essential for fluency. Listening and reading help build your foundation, but fluency only develops through speaking. Practice with a language partner, a tutor, or even talk to yourself to improve your speaking skills. 4. Emotional engagement. Enjoying the process makes learning faster and more effective. Choose materials that interest you, like movies, books, or music related to your hobbies. You don't need thousands of words. One of the biggest myths about fluency is that you need to know thousands of words. In reality, you only need around 4,000 common words to hold everyday conversations. Most daily interactions focus on simple topics like weather, food, work, family, and hobbies. Words like metamorphosis or subatomic aren't necessary for basic conversations. Focus on learning the most frequently used words and phrases first. This approach will help you communicate effectively much sooner. Over time, you can expand your vocabulary naturally. The power of listening. Listening helps tune your ear to English. It's one of the most powerful tools for learning because it teaches vocabulary, rhythm, and intonation simultaneously. Immerse yourself in English as much as possible through podcasts, audiobooks, YouTube videos, TV shows, or even music. But remember, passive listening won't get you far. How to actively listen. Pay close attention to pronunciation and sentence structure. Notice how native speakers link words together, repeat phrases or sentences to practice fluency and build confidence. Speak with confidence. Don't let the fear of making mistakes hold you back. Mistakes are an essential part of learning. Think about how children learn to speak. They make countless errors but keep trying. Adopt the same mindset. Speak, even if your grammar or pronunciation isn't perfect. Remember, fluency is not equal to perfection. Fluency means being able to communicate effectively, even with occasional mistakes. As long as others understand your message, you're on the right track. Start practicing in a low-pressure environment. Talk to yourself in English. Practice with friends or tutors. Use language exchange apps to speak with people from around the world. Repetition is your secret weapon. Learning a language is like training for a sport. Progress comes from consistent, focused practice. Athletes don't try a skill once and move on. They repeat it over and over until it becomes automatic. You should take the same approach with language learning. This method, known as spaced repetition, is one of the most effective ways to master new information. How to use repetition in your English practice. 1. Review vocabulary daily. Revisit new words and phrases every day. Use flashcards, apps like Anki or Quizlet, or write them in a notebook and review them throughout the day. Point 2. Use words in sentences. After learning a new word, immediately use it in sentences. For example, if you learn opportunity, try saying, "This is a great opportunity to improve my English. I had an opportunity to meet interesting people today. There's an opportunity to practice English in this conversation." 3. Practice speaking aloud. Don't just think in English, say sentences out loud. This builds confidence and gets you comfortable with speaking naturally. Point 4. Revisit old lessons. Periodically review previous lessons. Language learning isn't linear. You need to reinforce old material to ensure it sticks. Repetition doesn't have to be boring. It's how your brain locks in new information. The more you repeat a word or phrase, the easier it will come to mind when you need it. Immerse yourself in English. Surround yourself with the language. Immersion is one of the most effective ways to learn a new language quickly. By immersing yourself in English, you force your brain to continuously engage with the language, speeding up the learning process. You don't have to move to an English-speaking country to achieve immersion. Here are some practical tips. 1. Change your environment to English. Set your phone and computer to English. This simple step helps you get used to reading and navigating in English throughout your day. Point 2. Watch TV shows and movies in English. Start with subtitles in your native language, but over time, switch to English subtitles and eventually remove them. Pay attention to how people speak and try repeating sentences out loud. Point 3. Listen to English podcasts or audiobooks. Choose topics that interest you to stay engaged. Listening to English while commuting, exercising, or doing household chores can make a significant difference. Podcasts cover everything from storytelling and news to comedy and education. Point 4. Create English-only zones. Designate specific times of the day or areas in your home where you only use English. For example, in the kitchen, speak about what you're doing in English. "I'm making a sandwich," or "I need to buy some apples." When relaxing, read an English book or watch an English video. Point 5. Find an English-speaking community. Even if you don't live in an English-speaking country, there are numerous ways to practice. Join online language exchanges. Websites like italki, HelloTalk, and Tandem connect you with native speakers. Attend local meetups. Many cities have English groups where people practice speaking. Use social media. Join Facebook groups, Reddit communities, or Instagram accounts focused on English learning. You'll find others with similar goals and can support one another. The key is practicing English in real-life situations. The more you interact with others, the faster you'll overcome nervousness and get used to thinking on your feet in English. A balanced approach. The 4 key skills to become fluent in English in 5 months. To reach fluency, you need to work on all 4 key language skills: listening, speaking, reading, and writing. These skills reinforce one another and contribute to your overall fluency. Let's explore how to practice each one effectively. Listening. Why it's important. Listening is crucial for understanding native speakers and learning pronunciation, intonation, and natural conversation flow. It helps train your brain to recognize common phrases and structures, making it easier to speak naturally. How to practice. Listen to English daily. Use podcasts, audiobooks, TV shows, or YouTube videos. Active listening. Pause the audio and repeat what you hear. Mimic the speaker's pronunciation and rhythm. Shadowing technique. Find a short clip of a native speaker and repeat what they say just a few seconds behind. Try matching their tone, speed, and pronunciation. Speaking. Why it's important. Speaking is the most direct way to develop fluency. The more you speak, the more automatic your English will become. How to practice. Speak every day. Even if it's just to yourself, narrate your actions or describe your plans in English. Find a language partner or tutor. Practice conversation regularly. Use platforms like Cambly or Preply if you can't meet in person. Record yourself. Listen to your recordings to identify areas for improvement, like pronunciation or grammar mistakes. Reading. Why it's important. Reading expands your vocabulary and reinforces grammar and sentence structures. Also a great way to encounter complex ideas in conversations in English. How to practice. Read materials that match your level. Beginners can start with children's books or simple articles, while advanced learners can dive into novels or professional texts. Read out loud. This improves both reading comprehension and speaking skills. You'll practice pronunciation and fluency. Keep a vocabulary notebook. Write down new words with definitions and example sentences. Review these regularly to build your vocabulary. Writing. Why it's important. Writing helps organize your thoughts, solidify your understanding of grammar, and improve vocabulary. It's also essential for practical tasks like emails and social media communication. How to practice. Start a daily journal. Write about your day, thoughts, or goals in English. Keep it simple and focus on expressing yourself. Practice writing short emails or messages. Communicate with friends or language partners in English. Join online forums or groups. Participate in written discussions on platforms like Reddit. Seek feedback. Ask a tutor or language partner to review your writing and offer suggestions. Developing a learning schedule. Consistency is key. To reach fluency in 5 months. It's essential to practice English every day. Here's an example of a balanced learning schedule you can follow. Sample daily schedule. 3 to 4 hours per day. Morning, 1 hour. Listen to a podcast or audiobook during breakfast. Review 10 to 20 new vocabulary words with flashcards or apps. Lunchtime. 30 minutes. Read a short news article or blog post. Summarize it aloud in English. Afternoon. 45 minutes. Have a conversation with a tutor or language partner. Focus on topics like your plans or recent activities. Evening. 45 minutes. Watch a TV show or movie in English. Try to mimic the phrases and expressions used by the characters. Dealing with challenges. How to stay motivated. Learning English in 5 months is a bold goal, and there will be challenges. Here are some strategies to stay motivated. 1. Set small, achievable goals. Break the larger goal of fluency into smaller milestones. For example, aim to learn 10 new words a day or complete 1 speaking session per week. 2. Track your progress. Keep a learning journal. Write down what you practiced and how you feel about your progress. This will help you see your improvements even on tough days. 3. Use positive reinforcement. Reward yourself for hitting milestones. Treat yourself to your favorite meal or take a break with an English movie. 4. Stay connected with other learners. Join study groups or online forums to share experiences and support each other. Point 5. Remember your why. When you feel discouraged, remind yourself why you want to learn English, whether it's for career advancement, travel, or meeting new people. Conclusion: you can do it. A fluency in English is within your reach. With consistent effort, focused practice, and the right mindset, you can become fluent in just 5 months. Remember, language learning is more than memorizing words and rules. It's about building confidence and improving communication skills. Stay determined, follow your plan, and immerse yourself in English. With steady practice, you'll see progress, and the journey will become even more rewarding. As you approach the 5-month mark, you'll notice how English feels like a natural part of your life. You'll think in English, speak more confidently, and understand much more than you expected. Keep pushing forward, enjoy the small victories, and remember that learning a language is about much more than the destination. It's about the growth along the way. Stay positive, believe in yourself, and you'll succeed. Good luck on your journey to English fluency.